Hey folks, it's Lex here from BWOne, and today we have the full review of the Asus PadFone X for AT&T. Now prior in previous videos we did do an unboxing, showed a little bit of the feature set of this dual combo set of devices, but about spending some time with the device, I have seen some new and perplexing ideas from Asus, as well as having practical usage in daily activities with this device. So overall, we're going to get right into it and see if the Asus PadFone X is the right device for you. This is going to be a three-stage review of the Asus PadFone X, devices. We're going to start with the actual mobile device, the tablet, and the actual combination of both, since this is a pretty big value for your buck with AT&T. Now, this device did launch on June 6th, so it is available in stores. So after the review, you feel like going forward and giving it a go, it is available now. Now, this is running pre-production software, so any minor enhancements or annoying features that you might see not working is a product of that. Don't have this be the final say on software when you go to purchase the device, as Asus has informed us that it is coming soon with an update. But starting with the actual device here, as you can see, it is running a 5-inch 1080p HD display. That's about 441 ppi. That's pretty great for a device like this. Now, its profile is rather big. The materials itself are made out of, you could say, about a cheap plastic. It does have a matte finish on the back here, but it is rather slippery, and it is prone to smudges, not fingerprints, so that is a plus. It is a bit thick as well. It is running in that 9mm plus range as well. And the keys themselves do have a metallic look to them, very black steelish, but they aren't. They are very plastic indeed. The front-facing camera here is 2 megapixels, so you do have room for your selfies. And inside you do have a Snapdragon 800 processor. So in terms of that, it is a powerhouse. It isn't running crappy specs. This is a flagship-like device from Asus, and they're getting added value with the tablet here. Now, in terms of visibility of the display, viewing angles are so-so. They actually are above average. I will give them that. This is an IPS display, so you do have that added benefit as well. But in terms of daylight visibility, you don't want to have this device be your main guy. It isn't really great in outdoor visibility, and again, viewing angles are just disadvantaged as well with the daylight. And in terms of the UI, some of the favorite parts of the UI are the notification bar. I mean, this is a very nice color scheme here. As you can see, you have the blue, you have the white, but in other areas, the UI is very cartoonish. What I'll do here is I'll go to, let's see here. First off, the reason why I can't find some of that Asus application is the amount of bloatware that comes on this device. So I'm actually going to go back to the hiding selection. As you can see how much bloatware comes on this device. So as you can see here, I'm scrolling over. You have Amazon Kindle, AT&T Family, AT&T Locker, AT&T Mobile Locate, AT&T Ready to Go, AT&T Smart Wi-Fi, Audio Wizard, Beats Music is already pre-installed. You have Device Help, Digital Life, Drive Mobile, for Kids, Games, Asus Wallet, Keeper. Now that's at least one page of added bloatware, and it keeps on going. Lockout is pre-installed, but it is a good security software, so I really wouldn't say that's bloatware. You do have Mirror, which is an added feature from the Asus device. You have Mobile Hotspot, which is the norm, but that is you can find that in settings, so that's not really needed. You have My AT&T, of course, splendid. Polis Office is pretty good. You do have Supernote, Usage Manager. Now these are all Pacific apps from Asus, and I don't use them, so I did hide them, so these wouldn't be considered under bloatware, but that whole first page really was. You do have YP Mobile and Asus's Pacific Weather app. So with that, I'm actually going to unhide those Pacific apps to showcase how it works. So we're going to go over to some of these apps here and go to weather. As you can see, this is using AccuWeather.com, but it's very specific to Asus's UI. As you can see, it's very colorful. Colors themselves, saturation rates are really great with this IPS display, so you really don't have a problem there. You can actually go into settings and increase and decrease that as your preference. Moving along here, if we go to Story, welcome to Asus Story. So pretty much you create a story, you write the story, you take pictures, you take video, and it puts it in the catalog for you. It's very similar to HTC Zoe. It works well, but I mean, I don't use it. It's definitely one of those features that are specific to a person's needs. Scrolling over here, go to Usage Manager, and this is pretty much the baked-in software that is in Android already, but Asus has just pretty much add their own skin on top of it. So overall, the bloatware is heavy, but there are some apps that may help you. Overall, the UI is cartoonish, very similar to the old TouchWiz. So in the future, Asus has assured us that there is being an update sent to kind of minimize that that effect that you have here on the pre-production software. So we're going to see how that goes. With the camera here, you have a 13 megapixel single LED flash Pixel Master technology here. Now that is actually trademarked by Asus. It really doesn't do anything in terms of actual advantages. But one of the highlight features of this camera is its low light visibility. It has two modes, has night mode and a very specific other mode, which pretty much makes extreme light come out of your photos in dark scenarios. But at the end of the day, you can only output that at 3 megapixels, so that is a disadvantage. And the night mode is pretty much the medium or moderate ground for that low light. So surprisingly great low light out of this device, and photos are, you know, 1080p video and 13 megapixels. It is great for that. Now there is no iOS on the device, so you aren't really going to get that as well. But the camera is above average. I must give Asus credit for packing it in this seemingly budget device. When recording video, the audio is subpar. You do get kind of a problem when you're in a loud area. It doesn't have great noise cancellation software, so that it may be an issue for you. But the 1080p video is great. I really wouldn't say it's a problem, and the UI for it is pretty much stock, so you don't have to worry about that. Overall, audio is subpar, but the video is great. With regards to voice on the device and actual phone calls, it is a pretty standard and above average device. Voice itself isn't too loud. You might want to have to squint your ears a bit if you need to hear someone on the other end. But in terms of quality and being able to actually comprehend, on both ends there was no issues with the Asus PadFone. So in regards to it being an actual smartphone, using it as a phone is definitely a great aspect about the device. Battery life on the device is definitely not one of its highlights. In my experiences with the battery, for one, it's only 2300 milliamps, so that's pretty small, having a 5-inch 1080p display, Snapdragon 800 processor, and 1080p recording with that 13 megapixel camera. Now over time it did get better, so that might be what happens when you first get a pre-production device as well as the software. So, and it does have really good optimization with battery, so in my experience it did get better, but this device will not get you through a day. With heavy to moderate usage, you might want to have to tailor your experience a bit, but with the combo of the tablet, that issue will be resolved later on when I go through that scenario in the review. This is a separate accessory, but Asus does provide a flip cover case for the Asus PadFone X, and it does include the wireless technology embedded inside the actual plastic here, so you also have the ability to wirelessly charge the device with this cover, and all you have to do is remove the back cover and replace it with this and put it on the back. But ultimately, the default back cover that comes with the device also includes this. As you can see, they both have prongs here. So if you really wanted to get wireless charging from your device, you don't need the cover. But if you do want an actual case for the PadFone X, this would be the way to go. Now this is the actual tablet that comes with the Asus PadFone X. As you can see here, it is rather big in terms of its profile. This is the 9-inch 920 by 1200 display when you plug in the device behind it. That's about 256 ppi, so it isn't too bad at a 9-inch display. Now, you do have rather large bezels here, and at first I was like, okay, this is going to be a cheap tablet, but it is practical when holding the device, whether in landscape or portrait. It really does not cause issues with your thumb and placement, so that might be an actual added feature set for the tablet here. Now this does include an internal battery pack inside this bad boy, so that comes in at almost about 5,000 milliamps. The exact is 4990, I believe so, and that is also chargeable with the micro USB here, which you can charge separately with this tablet. Now the one feature about the front-facing camera is if you want to do video calls via Hangout video calls or any other service that you might use, you do have a 1.0 megapixel front-facing camera, so that's compared to the 2 megapixel on the actual device, the PadFone X. So you might feel a little bit cheated on that one, but you really shouldn't be using your tablet for anything other than media and maybe minor photo taking. Now you do have the Asus branded logo here, and one of the cool features about this is that HTC has created a trend in the industry with front-facing speakers. If you can see here, the device does have front-facing speakers on both sides here, and in my usage the volume is pretty good. Now the volume could be a bit louder, but overall quality and in terms of the actual output of this device is pretty good. I must give Asus credit here for making good front-facing speakers. One of my minor gripes with the actual tablet itself is that it doesn't actually stay flat on the surface because of the back here of the way that you input the device. When you lay it flat on the surface here, you do get a bit of a tilt. That's a minor gripe. If it's standing alone, you really don't have too much of an issue, but any minor bit of pressure here will cause that to tilt. So that's a minor gripe. Putting this tablet in pretty much a tablet mode is simple as 1, 2, 3. As you can see here, the tablet is pretty much a brick paperweight without this device. You cannot do anything with this tablet without the actual PadFone X. But the actual phone here is running software to make it a full tablet UI. This isn't pretty much an iPhone on an iPad. The phone operating system isn't expanded or anything like that. This is a tailored tablet experience. So I'm actually going to lock the screen here to showcase how that works. So you're just going to take your PadFone, flip it in, and by the time you turn the tablet around, it is a full-fledged tablet. Got to give Asus credit here for actually making that experience very seamless. And as you can see here, if I unlock the display, you do have all your apps here. And that Snapdragon 800 processor, which is baked into the phone, is running this tablet. So you don't have an issue with actual power here. And going through the apps, as you can see, is very familiar. Now, this is Android KitKat 4.0. You're not getting anything any lower than that. It is running the phone UI. Going down there, as you can see, you still have the customizations that Asus put on the device. It really just expands the operating system on the phone to a tablet. And I really got to give Asus credit there. Now, some of the issues in my experience with actually transitioning from apps is if you have a Gmail account or an Gmail app open on your phone, transitioning it to the tablet mode will cause it to ask for a restart pop-up because for some reason the tablet UI kind of messes up with the general mobile app. Now, hopefully that is pre-production software and that Asus fixes that problem, but overall there's no issue in terms of seamless integration with applications. Power management is very big on this PadFone X here. Now, as I said previously, the battery life of the PadFone X phone was pretty subpar, if not pretty bad. It gets you about a day to small usage, and you're not going to get through a day with heavy to moderate usage. Well, this includes a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and Asus has included pretty much great power management software to kind of install the phone inside the tablet and charge it while using it. So as you can see here, there is a widget dedicated to this. Now, this is telling you your phone percentage and your actual tablet station here. Now, it is 12%, so you really won't want to charge it now, but that's a great way to view how your power is going throughout each device. Now, if I go to charge setting, I have it on intelligent mode. So by default, I don't have it charging my PadFone X phone. But if I click here, you get intelligent mode, phone preferred mode, and power pack mode. Now, the PadFone station will supply the PadFone if I click this. And if you can see here in the top corner, if I can do that, there is the way that that's charging at the top there, and that's the way that you really know that it's charging the device. But you won't want to do that now as the power is low. So going back to charging setting, power pack, when you're outdoors, the PadFone is running out of battery, the PadFone station can be used as a charging pack. So there's various ways to get power out of either tablet and phone, and Asus is giving you pretty easy access to do so. So kudos to Asus for making a very simplistic UI in order for the basic consumer to utilize their charging. Another one of the gems of this dual combo situation here with Asus is that you can actually answer phone calls on the tablet via the speaker on here, and you can do that via Bluetooth as well. So it basically is a full-fledged tablet with voice and data capabilities. Now, if you actually were using a tablet and you don't want to talk to someone using a 9-inch device, that seems pretty practical. So Asus has made it really easy to, if you're actually on a phone call, you can just take out the phone like so, and you're back to your phone call. So it's very easy to switch between devices, and there's no lag time whatsoever. I mean, the most that I've ever had to wait for a device like this is about maybe 2 to 3 seconds. So again, Asus is really making this experience with this dual combo as easy as possible, and it's really easy to walk into as a new consumer. Conclusion, is the PadFone X with the dual combo tablet worth you actually going out and purchasing for your consumer needs? Yes. I mean, this is a $199 combo device package on contract for AT&T. And the great thing about this is that there is no separate internet plan for this tablet, since it's actually using the internet connectivity from the PadFone X here. So you're getting not only that added value, but you're getting this extra tablet here, which has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, front-facing speakers, a pretty good resolution front-facing display here, and you're going to get the back-facing camera with the phone, and then you have a front-facing camera as well for no extra cost at all, not even an extra penny. So that in itself is something to get. Now, is the PadFone X the best phone on the market? No, but is the actual specs of it make it a pretty good or subpar flagship device? Yeah, I mean, that 5-inch 1080p display, 13 megapixel camera that makes great images and video. Voice could be a little bit better, but overall it has a great camera. Overall, you have a 2300 milliamp hour battery pack, which if you know how to use it right can get you through a day, but if it doesn't, you have the added functionality of the tablet here to help you throughout. That is pretty much an extra battery storage on the go. So, and it also has a Snapdragon 800 processor, which is, people say that it's last generation. It's still the next generation, guys. That processor is still badass, and it runs most of the flagships from 2013. So overall, you got to get the Asus PadFone X if you're looking to have a pretty good Android device, but want to delve your hands into a tablet experience. And with that, you're going to get it for free, basically, with a $199 contract, because similar devices to the PadFone X with those specs cost $199 outright on contract as well. So Asus is really giving you a bargain. Now, do be sure to look out for the bloatware on the devices. That has something to definitely do with the price being dropped so low. Asus held no shame in having this device have extreme amounts of bloatware. But other than that, guys, comment in the sections below. Like, share, favorite the video, subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate that. And remember to live your tech world in high definition. Thanks, guys.